Oke, mari kita teruskan 2.2 Main organ for gaseous exchange. The necessity of gaseous exchange in plants. Jadi plants they synthesize their own food, we know that, and it is through photosynthesis. So for the plants to be able to carry out photosynthesis, they need to exchange gases and they need to absorb light. So the exchange of these gases, oxygen, carbon dioxide between plants and the surroundings, they happen through the stomata. Okay, iaitu yang lubang yang kita nampak in the previous lesson, which is located at the lower epidermis of the leaf. Yang stoma itu setiap satu ni, it is guarded by a pair of guard cells, which will be the one to control the opening and closing of the stoma. How are they able to do that? They can change their shapes. The guard cells can change their shapes. So the guard cells itself, dia sendiri contain chloroplast to carry out photosynthesis. Okay. Yang ini adalah gambar stoma. Okay, macam mulut, ni adalah satu lubang kecil. Okay, so the mechanism of stomatal opening and closing. Sebenarnya mekanisme itu maksudnya bila masa stoma itu akan buka dan juga tutup. So it depends on what? On the condition of the guard cells. Tadi kita cakap guard cells ini boleh berubah bentuk. So whether it is turgid or flaccid. So the condition of the guard cells ini pula, it depends on the potassium ion uptake by the cells. Also the sucrose concentration in the septa of the guard cells. In the cell sap of the guard cells. So these two factors is the one that determines the condition of the guard cells. Okay, uptake of potassium ions by the guard cells. Okay, sama ada accumulation ataupun elimination of this potassium ion, okay, plus in the guard cells changes the solute potential. Solute. So potassium ion, this is the solute yang dimaksudkan. Okay, sama ada dia berkumpul ataupun dia akan disingkirkan. Okay, perubahan ini akan menyebabkan guard cell itu dia punya solute potential change. So the increases ataupun decreases of the water potential in the guard cells ini akan berlaku berikutan perubahan solute potential. Okay, do you still remember osmosis? Jadi apa yang berlaku sama ada air itu akan masuk ataupun keluar daripada guard cell dan ia berlaku melalui proses osmosis. Okay, so keadaan ini akan menentukan sama ada guard cells itu berada dalam keadaan yang segah, which is turgid, ataupun dia lembic ataupun flaccid. Okay, so this is uptake of potassium ions. Okay, the second factor, sucrose concentration dalam the guard cell sap. Okay, ataupun in the sap of the guard cell. So during daytime, ataupun in the presence of light, photosynthesis takes place. Betul? Dengan kehadiran cahaya, photosynthesis memang akan berlaku. So when photosynthesis happens, dissolved sugar ataupun sucrose terhasil. Okay, maksudnya ini adalah hasil daripada photosynthesis. But during night time or in the absence of light, sugar in the guard cells converts into starch. Maksudnya dalam bentuk sugar simpanan. Okay, jadi sucrose concentration itu pun akan mempengaruhi keadaan guard cell sap ini. Okay, kita lihat dengan lebih detail the opening of the stoma. opening, the stoma opening punya mechanism. So in the presence of light. Okay, mula-mula close stoma. Maksudnya lubang ini tutup, gut cell ini keadaannya begini. Okay, kemudian kalau these gut cells, okay, it says here potassium ion enters into the gut cells. So you can see right here, bila dia masuk, so solute potential in the gut cells increase. Solute potential banyak apabila potassium ion masuk. So that means what? That means water potential in the gut cells itu berkurangan lah sebab dia banyak solute. Okay, so apa yang berlaku? Water molecules from the epidermal cells, yang ini epidermal cells ya, yang hijau ini. So water molecules daripada keadaan sekeliling ini akan diffuse masuk, meresap masuk into the gut cells melalui osmosis. Sebab daripada high water potential to low water potential, right? Jadi apa yang berlaku is that the gut cells will become more turgid. Dia akan keadaannya segah. So dia akan curve upwards. Maksudnya dalam ni penuh dengan air. So this will cause the stoma to open. Okay, maksudnya bila masa gut cells itu mengambil potassium ion, keadaan ini akan menyebabkan stoma itu terbuka. Okay, another factor is sucrose concentration. Okay, previous slide we mentioned about kalau presence of light, apa yang berlaku? Photosynthesis. Apakah hasil fotosintesis? Sucrose. Jadi concentration of sucrose in the gut cells becomes high. Sebab gut cells ini pun dia ada chloroplast yang memang melakukan photosynthesis. So what happen is that the water potential in the gut cells decrease. Okay, water potential decrease. Apa yang berlaku? The water molecules from the epidermal cells will diffuse into the gut cells. Daripada sekeliling, water potential akan lebih tinggi. Water meresap masuk. Water diffuse into the gut cells. Because di sini banyak solute, banyak sucrose. Dia sedang aktif melakukan fotosintesis kan? Sekarang ni cahaya hadir, kita kata. So, what happened? Sama sahaja ceritanya yang cikgu sudah bagi color yang sama supaya kamu boleh membuat banding beza. So, the gut cells become turgid, curve outward sama dengan keadaan tadi, and eventually this will cause the stoma to open. Okay, ini dia punya mekanisme dan dia punya langkah kerja. Mekanisme. How about closing? Closing ni the other way round. So tadi dalam keadaan buka, we see what caused it to from open become a closed stoma. So if you understand the previous slide just now, this one is just the reverse. So uptake of potassium ion by the gut cells. Those potassium ion move out of the gut cells. Bila gut cells ini, potassium ion di dalam itu keluar. Okay, keluar. Pada masa ini, the solute potential in the gut cells pun kurang. Sebab solute sudah keluar, jadi solute potential kurang. Okay, which means water potential relatively meningkat. Kalau solute kurang, secara perbandingan, maksudnya lebih banyak air di dalam, in the gut cells. So water molecules diffuse out from the gut cells pergi epidermal cells yang warna hijau ini. Ini dia punya teori osmosis kan. From the high water potential to the low water potential. So these gut cells, what will happen? Masihkah dia turgid dan curve outwards? No longer. Now it becomes flaccid and this will result in closing of the stoma. Okay, bagaimana pula dengan faktor sucrose concentration? Yang ini keadaan bila light is absent. So that means no photosynthesis happen. Gut cell ini tidak melakukan fotosintesis. Therefore, adakah hasil? Mesti tiada hasil kan? So the concentration of sucrose jadi kurang. So at the same time, which means the water potential in the gut cells ini meningkat. So osmosis says what? From high water potential compartment pergi low water potential punya compartment. So the net movement is from inside to outside. Yang hijau ni from the gut cells to the epidermal cells. Therefore, gut cells will become flaccid and hence it closes the stoma. Okay, sebenarnya ada satu eksperimen dekat sini, distribution of stomata on the upper and also the lower epidermis of monocot dan juga eudicot leaves. Okay, ataupun dicot leaves, page 33. Okay, sebenarnya dekat upper epidermis stoma pun present, hadir, but not as much as lower epidermis. Okay. Now the effect of water deficiency in plants on stomatal opening and closing. Okay, water deficiency. So water from plants, bagaimana dia hilang? Through stomata. Kamu tidak nampak dia hilang sebagai air yang mengalir keluar. Why? Because it is in the form of water vapor. So therefore you cannot see daun-daun itu berair-air. So when stoma opens widely, bila dalam keadaan dia buka luas-luas, the rate of water loss from the plants is high. So the opening and closing of stoma is, just now kita sudah lihat dependent on the turgor pressure of the gut cell, sama ada dia turgid ataupun flaccid. Okay, yang ini maksudnya kita lihat kalau fresh plants, bila masa tumbuhan itu mempunyai air yang cukup, jadi gut cells pun cukup air di dalamnya, so it is turgid. So the inner cell wall of the gut cells is thick and less elastic kalau dia compare banding dengan dekat wall yang sebelah luar. Okay, the inner wall appears to be thicker as compared to the outer cell wall. Okay, so the thin and more elastic outer cell wall causes the gut cells to curve outwards. Okay, itu sebab kenapa dalam keadaan gut cells ini flaccid, kenapa dia akan curve ke luar. Sebab bahagian luar ini adalah bahagian yang nipis, bahagian yang more elastic, sebab tu bila dia kembung dengan air, bahagian luar ini dia akan melengkung begini, sedemikian rupa. Okay, dalam keadaan stoma ini terbuka. Dalam keadaan the gut cell is turgid. Okay, itu fresh plants. Bila masa tumbuhan itu layu, okay, we know bila dia layu itu, dia beritahu kita satu message, iaitu the plant is actually having lack of water and therefore the gut cells flaccid. Tidak cukup air dekat sini. So yang bahagian thin and elastic outer wall itu loses turgidity. Dia sudah tidak ada pressure from within yang push dia dekat luar, and therefore it will come together. These two gut cells come together and close the hole over here, and that is the stoma. Okay, jadi keadaan bila sangat panas terik, kamu nampak dia layu sebentar, dia tidak berdiri tegak. So pada masa itu we know that the plant is not having enough water, and that at that time the stoma is closed to to prevent excessive loss of water.